Have you guys done a mock draft yet, P? Have you done a mock draft yet?
You know what? I have not done a mock draft yet this year. I have not.
I've done a lot of best ball drafts. I haven't done a mock or any drafts over on Sleeper yet.
Bro, I did my first one on Sleeper yesterday. My first mock on Sleeper, and it did not come out the way I thought it was going to come out.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the 80, because I saw Ashton Genty goes pretty low on Sleeper compared to Underdog.
I was thinking he went high. He's like the RB5 on Sleeper right now.
Well, he goes. I've seen him go pick 7 on Underdog. So
oh wow,
it'll be interesting to see where what the ADP is compared to Underdog and all of that.
Well, I seen. I know you're big on Omarion. Both of you guys are actually big on Omarion Hampton, but I seen he was going top. He's top 15, 17 RB off the board right now. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, as he should be.
Yeah, I'm a huge Omarion Hampton fan, man. Like I said in the last podcast, he's gonna be a second half stud for you. He's gonna be a league winner for you.
Yeah.
Here we go, league winner. Shout out to the chat. What's good? Ryan, what's popping? Cody, what's popping? Johnny Sports Network, what's popping? Said it's that time of year, homies. You know what? It is that time of year because this is the sparring session, right? I think everybody's like, oh, my draft's not till August. I don't have to do anything. But you kind of got to get a flow of the draft early on. And I feel like this is how you win your league. It's like you start drafting, you can some of those things in your head when you're like, yo, this is how I feel about a player. This is where you get exposed because now I know Tyler thinks Omarion Hampton's a top 15 RB. I better see him going in the third round. He's got to be going to – and don't take Alvin Kamara over him, bro. Because if you do, I'll know the truth.
No, I don't like Alvin Kamara. Sorry, my camera's I'm not a fan of Alvin Kamara this year. I mean, I wasn't last year. It kind of burned me, but I'm not again this year. I don't like that offense. No,
it's going to happen again.
You're saying Omarion Hampton over AK?
I'm saying Kamara over Omarion Hampton all day. It's not even close.
Good God, no. No, thank you.
What? How? Kamara, when did this hate for Kamara start? He was a top 5 guy last year before he got hurt per game average. So why the hate for him when it's probably going to be?
Yeah, you look at the splits with Kamara, and Kamara was first 4 games of the season when the Saints were actually a decent team, averaging 26 fantasy points per game. Then for the rest of the season, it was 15 fantasy points per game. He was down at RB 14 range. 30 years old. This offense has big question marks. I'm just not that. I like Kamara for where he's currently going. He goes after Omarion Hampton. I think Omarion Hampton has higher upside. Unless it's full point PPR, sure. But in half point, no, definitely Omarion easily.
Yeah, it seems like this at some point you got to let these people go. You know what I'm saying? Let them ride off into the sunset, Jay, because I know you like to hold on to some old heads, but it's he's an old head. He's on probably going to be a bottom 3 offense, and we already know what that looks like. The script is, they're going to start yielding to their younger players, just like last year, man. So
I had the same shit every year.
I mean, it kind of came to fruition last year too.
No, it didn't. He was still a top 10 guy last year.
No, through the second half of the season, he was not who he was. He wasn't the guy who got you to the playoffs at that point.
There's a lot of players we could say disappointed in the fantasy playoffs. Trust me, I had a couple on my rosters. So it ain't just Kamara. It ain't just
it ain't Kamara.
What's popping, boy? He's tripping with Kamara. I might be a bit biased as a Saints fan. I just don't see with Tyler Shook. I just see it being a very similar situation, but I don't know.
I mean, he could be. The only thing that I'll say is maybe Tyler Shook is not bad, but we already know Spencer Rattler's terrible. Jake Hayner's terrible. So there's a chance that Tyler Shook could be worse than those guys. And then you're looking at the quarterback room my God, this is horrible. So that's the one thing that I'd say.
On the flip side, what if he's better than we think? What if it's just a lot of Tyler Shook hating? What if he's actually better?
It could be. I think that's kind of baked into his ADP. Once again, I don't mind where he I would take Omarion because I feel good about Omarion and the team that he's on. I really like Omarion Hampton, but Alvin Kamara for where he's currently going, I don't mind where he's currently going.
We're gonna see. Let's talk. We're gonna get into this. There we go. How's this look? You think that format or this one?
Probably that one.
This one.
Yeah.
All right, we got 3 spots left in the mock draft, man. If you guys want to get in, now is the time. I'll drop the link one more time here in the chat. 3 more spots up. Otherwise, we're gonna go with some bots. Oh, let me drop it in the Discord. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, throw it in the Discord. Is there any strategy to where you guys picked your spots?
You guys were up. I figured I'd just go in the back. You guys were towards the front.
I did that mock draft yesterday, and what I very quickly realized, at least for right now, is that I want no parts of that second half of that board. No parts, because when you get to the 5th round, it's ugly.
I like the back. I like the end of the first, personally. Well, we'll see. Once again, I haven't really drafted on sleepers, so
yeah, and it's tough drafting with like bots too. It's tough drafting, you know what I'm saying? Like versus like with real people.
Yeah, for sure. Bots, I don't like drafting with bots, especially later. Like bots get really weird with who they pick and stuff. They're not very smart.
All right, let's see. I'm trying to get this Discord sent to the Discord real quick. Give me a second. How many mocks you guys give for? 1, 2? How many we got?
I got time. I mean, I got time today. I'm good for 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm good for 2.
And this the settings in this one just single quarterback.
So this is single quarterback. Yeah, we can do a whatchamacallit, a super flex next time if you guys want to. But this is 12 team, 3 receivers, 5 bench spots. All right. Send to the Discord. We got 2 spots left. 2 spots left.
Hey, can I answer that guy's question?
Which one? Tyler Shook or Loco?
No, yeah, Loco. He said advice for best ball leagues.
What's good, Jahan? What's up, fellas? Any advice for a best ball league? I've never played best ball. Going to try it out this year. Should I start drafts now or wait a few weeks? Tyler, handle that one.
Yeah, I think that. So if you start drafts now, like ADP is not quite figured out. So there's guys that I think, like, a prime example is Rashee Rice. He's gonna move up boards now that he's actually healthy. But if you're drafting like I was a degenerate a couple of months ago, like you could have gotten him like 4th, 5th round of drafts. Now he's going in the 3rd. So just drafting earlier, you're gonna get more value than when it's close to the season and like everybody's figured out, injuries have happened, that kind of stuff. And advice that I would say for best ball is just you want, like, I think the best build is 2 quarterbacks, like 6. I guess it depends on what site you're using, but if you're going to use like Underdog as like the prime site, 2 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, like 8 receivers and 2 tight ends is like the best build. And if you can, the best thing to do, this is how you win best ball, all right? This is how, or I don't want to say win, but have a good chance, is correlation matters in best ball. So stacking, you want to try to stack, and also week 17 correlation. Like everybody's like, well, you got to get there. Yes, you got to get there, but then week 17 is when you win the money. That's what you want to do. And you want to be able to look at week 17, like just go look at the week 17 games and just draft players that are going to play against each other. So like players from the Cowboys versus the Washington Commanders should be a high scoring game. And who doesn't like pieces from those offenses? Like draft players from those offenses, draft good offenses, and just start low too, like low buy-ins. Don't do the high-end buy-ins.
Yeah.
Just get like as many as you can to get a feel for it, instead of doing like $125 one, because that's not going to do you any good.
Yeah,
just try to get like low buy-in ones.
And you'll notice like sometimes you're going with the plan and it gets foiled very easily, right? Like in best ball, especially if you go and you're like, I need these 2 teams. There might be somebody else who just snags a player and messes up your entire plan. So I would say in best ball, I don't go too far away from like best player available. And I think stacking is a little overrated, right? So you don't need an entire offense. What you do want though is if you can get the quarterback and receiver and maybe the other quarterback or the other receiver on that team or something along those lines. It don't need to be your whole team that's correlated, but you do want to have some in higher profile games. So good point there, Tyler.